A very warm welcome to Providence Pastures. The Roots allotments are in Garth of Leeds. It's Friday and yeah, we still don't have much of summer. So here we have another little perennial herb to put in, I think it's classed as a herb. Anyway, this is Stevia. You might have heard of it. It's a natural sweetener, also known as candy leaf. And I'm just going to put it down here at the side of the shed, just next to the chives and lettuce. There. And it's a tender perennial, so that needs to be moved inside in winter. So I've also got these 3 Tom Thumb lettuce seedlings. I'm just going to put these on this new patch here. So I've just, as you can see, I've interplanted the Tom Thumb lettuce with that slightly redder butterhead lettuce, and then we've got the, as you can see, the flowers just behind, and yeah. So as with anything that we plant, it needs water. I'll just give the lettuce, and then the chives, and then the stevia. There you go, stevia. So now I need a bucket of cold water, and in this I'm going to harvest lettuce, dunk it in there, and then what'll happen is it'll keep its rigidity once it's taken home. That'll do. And then when I've used this water, I'll pour it into the watering can. Oh, let's get some lettuce. So just putting my thumb on the base of the stem, pushing down, popping off, going round in a circle. Doesn't matter which way around you go, I don't suppose. But then if you get off an even covering of the outside leaves, to leave a few in the centre, they'll just keep on producing leaves until it decides to go to seed. So I've had a few harvests off of this single lettuce so far. I'll take some from this one as well, actually. It doesn't harm at all. There we go. Leave them in the bucket for 10 to 30 minutes. So I get some tomatoes while I'm here as well. Ideally cutting, trying to get as many off on a vine as possible, because then if there's any underripe ones, they'll ripen on the vine at home. So I'll just take these for now, and I'm going to harvest one of those lovely little baby cucumbers. There we go. It's Sunday, and I've got some more supermarket potatoes to plant. I found these at home. I don't know where they come from, all these things. This is a variety called Osprey. These are really chitting quite well, and I'm just going to put them in at the back here, and with any luck they should crop for Christmas. That should still leave an area behind there where I can put in some bulbs, because I really want to put in some tulip bulbs towards October, November time for next year at the back there. And I really want to be using this for flowers, so these are temporary in terms of using this as veg space. I really want this to be flower space. But anyway, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place these first. So yeah, one there, one there, one here, yeah, and then there's also some weeds that I need to get out of here that have grown up through the cardboard and everything that was put here to prepare the site. Yeah. So what we want to be doing is just levering these, trowel in, any chits, any shoots facing up, potato in, covered. That's it. That's all you need to do on a no dig. And then a bit later on during the growth cycle, be topping up the compost and shoring them up, as it's called. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these in, and then I'm going to look at getting some of these weeds out that are in this area. And yeah, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put a little flower there. I've got a pansy here. Hopefully, if I want that in, that little pansy will act as a marker to show where I've put those in. And yeah, I just need to get out these weeds for now. Oh. Yeah, it's just only so they don't become re-established. I know I'm going to have to pull these out a few times but it is what it is. It's all part of allotment life and gardening in general. Constantly weeding. There we go. We'll get some water. I'll just put some water in that area. You know, I've mentioned it before, but Spud the batch manager did say these new plots underneath the ground is really dry, so yeah, it doesn't harm to water in any case. So and the ground is quite damp as well, because I do believe it did rain last night. Let's give the flowers water. So that's why as well I'm only giving it light water. There we go. Well, it's Sunday and there's a couple of jobs to do. Got some weeding and some watering. Oh. Well, there's some compost here and it doesn't have a sign on saying don't take it, so I'm going to take a wheelbarrow full to just to shore up my potatoes. So a shovel onto the base of each plant should be enough. Maybe 2 shovels. Remember, I'm not an expert I'm just doing this. I'm just giving it a go. And I've observed this sort of technique being used by Charles Dowding, and I would refer you, if you're looking for experts, to seek out Charles Dowding's video, Hugh Richards and a few others. There's loads of really good allotment videos out there. Norfolk Gardener's a good one as well, he's great. I mean, I don't want to reel off a list of names, otherwise, you know, it's there's so many, and they're all such good people with good content, and I'm just kind of following what they're doing in some ways, and not very well, I might add, but I'm doing it. I think everyone should give gardening and all that sort of thing a go. There's absolutely there's no negative side, really. No negative side at all. It's good for your health, it's good for your well-being, it's good for the environment. So I've got a bit of compost left, so I'll use them on these potatoes. Don't want to waste any of this, but this is like gold for gardeners. Oh. Well, it's the day after, it's Monday. I didn't get everything that I wanted to do yesterday done. As you just seen, I've only done the composting bit. Yeah, I'm suffering with a bit of exhaustion and depression at the moment, if I'm honest. So that's why I've come back today, because it is its own therapy. You know, I'm fighting quite a difficult legal case at the moment, and I mean, it's a simple legal case, but it's difficult because there are some inappropriate things going on, and not by me. But anyway, there we go. So yeah, here I am. I'll also show you a bit more. I'll just do a shot round, just panning round, because the skyline has changed around here, and yeah, the teepee has now gone. So it does look a little different. So that's where the communal teepee was, as you can see, with the brown discoloration of the grass. It just changes does change the skyline quite a bit if you've been coming up here regular. So I'm going to harvest a full lettuce, so I'm just going to fill this bucket up. I'm going to take the cleaner water, because obviously this water in this trough's been sat and it's full of all kinds of algae, which is good for feeding the plants and that. But I just want to dunk it in the cold water, just to the lettuce, just to preserve its body, you know, to stop it from going floppy. So if you put it in lettuce, put it in the water for like you know, at least 10 minutes, longer if possible, and yeah, it just sorts the lettuce out. Right, so it's one of these lettuces in this shade here underneath here, because there's no point leaving this in, it's just sat in the shade. And anyway, so I'll just twist and pull. Oh, looks like I managed to cover it in compost with the compost top up. Shake that off before I dunk it in the water, because what I don't want to have is a mud bath, although it looks like I might have. Anyway, here we go. So I believe I've got a cucumber. There's a couple here. Let's take the biggest one, and these are baby cucumbers. So get some tomatoes. So the weeds are getting just a tad bit out of control at the moment. So I'll just have a bit of a hoe. Well, here we are. It's Friday, and in this box here, I have various flowering bulbs. And today, I'm going to try and put some flowering bulbs into my new patch to see if we have a flower display next year. So I've got bulbs that go from February to April. So we'll put those in, and we'll see how we get on. So I've got various bulbs here, including tulips and that, and I think I've managed to sort these into flowering dates. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off at the back here with the latest flowering ones and go towards the middle with the first flowering ones. And what we'll do is we'll create a row of each, and so I'll just look at the heights and just see which one's going to be the highest. So that's 50, 60, 40 to 60. Right, so first that, then that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay them out like this. And these were all from Morrisons on 3 for 2 offer, which was really good. And I just bought one of everything, which worked out, you know, around about £50. But there's about £80 worth of bulbs, which is really good. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to create a row of each, and then whatever's left over out of these bags and things I'm going to put in the garden at home. But what I'm doing is I'm getting them sorted into what it says on the packet in terms of height of the flower and date of flowering. So as I said, I'm just going to start off tallest flowers that flower later to the smallest flowers that flower the earliest, going that way. According to the packets, this might not work out in practicality because flowers are flowers, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll see some nice displays. So this first set of bulbs is 8 allium bulbs, large ball mixed, flowers between April and May, height up to 80 to 100 centimetres, 15 centimetres deep, 15 centimetres apart. Once planted to cover the bulbs with soil and water. Yeah, okay. So put these out. Did I put that one in the right way? Yeah, I did. What am I doing? Shouldn't drag him back up again, should I? Just when I put it in, I'm thinking, did I put it roots down? Yeah, I did. Now, these might not be perfect spacing or anything, but you know what, this is just a bit of fun. Planting some flowers. So, the next ones are alliums, and these are allium bulbs, Graceful Beauty. Flowers between April and May, 40 to 60 centimetres. And what does it say? It says 10 centimetres deep, 10 centimetres apart, so more of these. And as I say, whatever is left in the bag goes back home. So I put that in the bucket. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell which way's the route. Right, and the next one we have is allium bulbs, 25 allium bulbs drumstick, height up to 50 centimetres, flowers April to May, 10 centimetres deep, 10 centimetres apart again. So yep, similar to the last one. One of the great things is the ground is actually quite wet. It's rained a lot over the last couple of days, which has helped. Yeah, I think I'll just take a short break. So the next one we've got is 8 tulip bulbs Canadian blend, flowers between April and May, height up to 30 centimetres, 10 centimetres deep, 10 centimetres apart. So, yeah. Looks like I'll be using all of this packet. There we go. And then the next one is 20 muscari bulbs blue blend, flowers between April and May, height up to 25 centimetres, 8 centimetres deep, 8 centimetres apart. It's very specific. Very specific. I don't think in gardening terms 2 centimetres is going to make a big deal, but anyway, let's see. And I hope I've left sufficient spacing, but You know, as I say, this is, like anything I do, a bit of an experiment, and I can always transplant things if anything grows and move it around the following year. Trying to stay in a straight line as well, so I think I'm just wandering off just slightly askew. So we have, the next one is fritillaria bulbs, snakeheads, 25 centimetres, grow high, flowers between April and May. Oh, pardon me. 5 centimetres deep, 5 centimetres apart. Right, so that is closer. Do you know, and if I don't get all the way across the row, it doesn't matter, because I can use the edges of the plot for other things. Right. Oh. And Rome wasn't built in a day, so I don't think I'm going to plant all these today. I'm just going to do one last row. Right, so if we do this, I think actually, no, I think we'll just go to there actually. Yeah. So I really just need to put a marker in place now, so I know where I've gone. Because actually these are all, oh no, this is April to May. So yeah, I will do this one last row. April to May, Narcissi bulbs, Tech Deluxe, height up to 25 centimetres, 10 centimetres deep, 10 centimetres apart. Right, so right. Right, so I'm just burying this in here as a marker actually. I'm going to put this other one in at the other side, just so I know how far I've got putting these bulbs in. I'll collect these up, and these are to go in another day. So put them back, I'll try and get them back in order. I'll put them in. Yeah, maybe not.